Let me tell you something about discipline. Discipline is not motivation. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is contractual. When you say you have a compromise with yourself, that's the key, because feelings change. But commitment doesn't. There are days you wake up tired. There are days you wake up irritated. There are days you wake up and nothing feels right. But champions don't negotiate with feelings. They execute anyway. You don't train because you're happy. You train because you promised. That's the difference. Most people only move when they feel good. That's why they stay average. Consistency beats intensity. You don't need to be obsessed like a crazy person. You don't need to train 5 hours every day. But you need rhythm. Small daily deposits. Because the body remembers repetition. The mind respects repetition. People see the goals. They see the trophies. They see the celebrations. But they don't see the silence. They don't see the mornings when nobody is watching. They don't see the ice baths. They don't see the frustration when things don't go right. Winning is visible. Preparation is invisible. And most people fall in love with the visible part. But greatness is built in the invisible. When the stadium is empty. When your body is tired. When your mind wants to stop. That's where character is built. Character is not built in applause. It is built in isolation. And isolation is powerful. Because when you are alone, you meet your real self. No cameras. No interviews. No pressure from the outside. Just you and your standards. And standards are everything. If your standards are low, your results will be low. If your standards are high, even your bad days look good. You cannot control everything. You cannot control injuries. You cannot control media. You cannot control what people say. But you control your response. And response defines you. When I miss a chance, I don't hide. I want the ball again. Because confidence is not about never failing. Confidence is about not changing after failure. That's strength. And about pressure, people say pressure is heavy. For me, pressure is privilege. If there is pressure, it means you are in a big place. It means expectations exist. Nobody expects from average. Expectations are respect. And when you accept that, pressure becomes fuel. You transform nervous energy into focus. You breathe. You simplify. You go back to basics. Because in big moments, the basics win. Control. Timing. Decision. Not emotion. Emotion is dangerous in big games. Control is power. And leadership is not shouting. Leadership is example. If you arrive first. If you leave last. If you recover properly. If you eat properly. Young players watch. Even when you think they don't, they watch. And sometimes you don't need to speak. Your habits speak. Because habits are louder than words. And about rivalry. Rivalry makes you grow. If nobody pushes you, you relax. Competition is healthy. It forces evolution. It forces adaptation. When someone scores more goals, you want more. When someone wins a trophy, you want it back. It's not hate. It's hunger. And hunger is necessary. Without hunger, talent becomes comfortable. Comfort kills ambition. That's why even after winning everything, you must create new goals. New targets. New mountains. Success is repetition. If you skip 1 day, maybe nothing happens. Skip 2 days, maybe nothing happens. Skip 10 days, now you are behind. And at the top level, behind means replaced. That's the truth. Look at Formula 1. Look at the NBA. Look at tennis. The best players chase each other. If one relaxes, the other passes. You cannot sleep. You cannot live in yesterday's victory. Yesterday doesn't score goals today. Life continue. Past is past. You cannot live in the past, not in failure, not in success. Success in the past can destroy you as much as failure. Because if you start thinking, I did enough, that's the beginning of the end. You always have more to show. More to prove, not to the world, to yourself. Pain is permanent in some way. Physical pain. Mental pain. Criticism. Doubt. Pain is part of growth. If you want comfort, choose normal life. If you want greatness, choose discomfort. The gym is uncomfortable. Recovery is uncomfortable. Sacrifice is uncomfortable. But regret? Regret is worse. And about fear, penalties, big moments. Some players don't want to shoot because they're afraid to miss. But if you're afraid to miss, you already missed. You cannot fear the responsibility. If I miss once, I shoot again. If I miss twice, I shoot again. Because courage is repetition under pressure. That's mentality. Talent is important. Yes. Without talent, you will never reach the absolute top. But talent without daily work dies slowly. And work without direction wastes energy. You need both. Talent opens the door. Work keeps you inside the room. And mentality makes you own the room. Longevity is the real trophy. One good season? Many players can do that. 15 years at the top? That's different. That requires obsession with recovery, with sleep, with food, with discipline. People laugh when you say you don't answer the phone after 10 p.m. They don't understand. The brain is a muscle too. If you don't protect it, you damage it. Everything matters. Small details. Hydration, sunlight, sleep cycles, recovery protocols. Small details create huge difference. And about business, when your name is on something, you must care. Because your name is your brand. Your brand is your reputation. And reputation is built in years and destroyed in seconds. So you surround yourself with the right people. You trust few. Very few. Because at the top, everyone wants something. Trust is rare. And family is everything. There are moments bigger than football. When your father was in hospital, football didn't matter. Titles didn't matter. Goals didn't matter. Family matters. And when a coach understands that, you never forget. That's leadership. Leadership is not tactics. Leadership is humanity. And about critics. When you are number one, you are a target. If nobody talks about you, you are irrelevant. So when people criticize, it means you matter. Let them talk. You respond on the pitch. Performance is the loudest answer. You don't need arguments. You need results. And yes, you like being number one. Because number one is earned. Nobody gives it to you. You take it. But number one is not about followers. It's not about money. It's about your job. In your profession. You want to be the best. Not second. Not third. First. That mentality drives improvement. Even at 36. Even when people say you are finished. You adapt. You evolve. You change your game. Speed becomes positioning. Explosiveness becomes timing. Instinct becomes intelligence. That's maturity. And maturity is powerful. Because experience is a weapon. The young players run fast. But the experienced player thinks faster. And thinking faster wins games. You are your own biggest competition. When you wake up, you fight the lazy version of yourself. You fight the comfortable version. You fight the version that says, rest today. That's the real battle. Not Messi. Not Neymar. Not anyone. You versus you. Every day. And when you win that battle long enough, the trophies come. The records come. The recognition comes. But those are consequences. The cause is discipline. The cause is consistency. And at the end of your career, when everything stops, the only thing that matters is this. Did you maximize your potential? If yes, then you won. Not just titles. Life. If this video gave you something to reflect on, like it, share it, and subscribe for more.